So, Mr. Haggie, I was just curious. This book right here, right? The Words of God and Jesus. Well, regardless, I understand that God and Jesus works. God works 24/7, right? Does he get paid? I'm just curious. Or does God do this work because he loves everybody around the world? Does he answer prayers? Do you have to pay every time I pray? Or does it just, he's there. We pay with our love and kindness and heart. Kind of like if you were going to go around, whether you worked, with your hands 6 hours a day, your mind, or this or that. But if you put in time to do work, right? Let's say you didn't get paid for your work. Let's say it was volunteer work. Let's say, but you still worked your ass off to get to where you wanted in this world today. But you just didn't get paid, because it's not a real 9-to-5 job, but it's still work. Does the work that God does that qualify as a carpenter? Or does that qualify as like a counselor? Or does it qualify as anything on this planet? Or does he just do it because he does it? When Jesus went around and taught all these disciples, did they have to leave him a bunch of money? Or did he do all that work because he loved what he did? And because God was his father. He was the Son of Man, right? So we all can pick anything as work. But do I have to go to work every day for it to qualify as work? Whether I pick up trash off the ground, whether I put my mind to something I learn and I teach others as work? What I'm getting at is a lot of evil, conniving thieves think that because they stole my money, I have to go work for them to give me my stolen money. Well, the prostitutes aren't working, and the hackers aren't working. They're using their hands, putting in time and effort, and stealing. That's not work. They're not slaving with their backs. They're on their backs, possibly, waiting for their next load. But that's not work. What justifies this is going to be a long one. I guarantee it. I was just curious. So, if every time you had to pray, you had to put money in a jar, you'd never get anything fucking done. Every time you prayed, you'd have to have $1 million for God to answer your prayers. You wouldn't have shit, would you? No, you wouldn't. Nobody would they? So I want to know, as these thieves thieve and liars lie, and the liars run with the prostitutes, the whores, the murderers, and the killers, because that's all they are at this point. And it says that the good can't run with the bad if they're separated, and the bad can't run with the good. Forever they'll be separated, unless they're already married. And then the spouse will make the other spouse holy, and the other... Kind of like how a man turns a man, or a woman turns a man into a man, or the man turns a woman into the woman. Each other partner is what makes the other partner holy if they're unholy, right? So, what I'm getting at is if I go around and help other people, but I don't get paid for it, is that work? If I go around and I spread the gospel of God, and I teach, or train, or just, is that work? Or am I not doing the work of God at all? So if I preach from this Bible and I don't get paid for it, am I doing the work of God? Am I working for the gospel? Or am I not working at all? I'm just curious.